National Energy Action, we're the National Fuel Poverty Charity. We work across England, Wales and Northern Ireland, and we're faced with the biggest fuel poverty crisis that we've ever seen. The price of energy, keeping your home warm, is simply unaffordable. And we know what that means day to day. It means people don't keep warm, they don't wash their clothes, they don't send their children to school with hot meals, they don't bathe, they don't shower. The consequences are tragic. It affects your bank balance, it affects your sense of worth, and it affects your health. And so our job, it's a tough job, is to do whatever we can to be a voice for those households, to do what we can directly to support them a client at a time, but really importantly, to do what we can so we can change the environment. So we build fuel poverty out of our homes, we build protection for the most vulnerable into our energy market, and we take it seriously. That we say that this decade is the decade when we get rid of fuel poverty once and for all.
We're getting into homes and people are sitting for days now and in the dark and in the cold because they simply don't have that money up front to have that essential service, which is heat and light.
Millions of UK households are living in fuel poverty, and around half of those are living with a health condition or disability, often managing multiple health conditions at once in those conditions. It's costly to the NHS, so we know that it's around 1.4 billion a year cost to the NHS, the burden of cold homes.
So we offer specialist services as a fuel poverty charity. We offer energy advice. We can advocate on behalf of customers with their energy companies because they may be in a debt situation. We can ensure that people are on more affordable payment positions with their energy companies. We can help with some quite life-changing sums. Sometimes income maximisation advice is sometimes the best advice that you can offer to householders because the benefits that people that are entitled to are not claiming can be quite life-changing in some circumstances.
Some of the cases that we come across can involve parents saying how they've had to put their children to bed in their coats, how they've often gone without food so they can heat the property, and that's a scary choice that people have to make. We've also encountered people who have been without hot water for 10 years and only our intervention has helped them.
So we support clients in a variety of different ways. They could be either via home visits, telephone appointments, meetings at community centres and events.
A lot of our work is done via the telephone. We have our referral partners who refer in vulnerable clients who are at risk or are in fuel poverty, and that's how we support the majority of our clients.
The benefits team look after a whole range of different benefits, and our team will sit through with them, find out what benefits they could be entitled to. We'll support with that paperwork and we'll be with them right through until that claim comes back.
A lot of our work consists of working closely with either civil servants, MPs from across the political spectrum and a range of other key stakeholders to try and influence change. That means bringing about new evidence which can highlight new opportunities for changing national policies or trying to improve existing schemes. We work very closely with a range of government departments, but particularly the Energy Department and increasingly Health and Housing.
One of our key mechanisms for convening local stakeholders is our regional fuel poverty forums, so that they bring together quite a broad mix of stakeholders, right the way from industry through to local advice. Agencies, also local authorities and housing associations. And the core purpose is to share learning, best practice, understand what's happening within a locality and hopefully foster partnerships and collaboration, which is absolutely at the heart of everything we try to do when we're working at that local level.
Our aim is really to try and improve the outcomes for low income and vulnerable households from retrofit work that's done on their homes. We do that either by doing retrofit work ourselves, in some cases repairing failed installations, and in other cases looking to get the best outcomes for people.
These measures that we put in people's homes not only impact their day-to-day lives in their homes, but impact their physical and mental health as well.
So our training covers a whole variety of topics, including fuel debt, energy efficiency, changing energy-related behaviour, how we pay for fuel, decarbonisation, renewable technologies and much, much more.
Part of our mission is to ensure that young people are educated on energy efficiency, on how to reduce energy wastage. They are going to be the next generation of consumers. So our mission is to ensure that we can get into schools and we can educate young people to make sure that they are active and knowledgeable for when they become first-time tenants themselves.
So donations can help fund our advice and support services. They can also help to fund hardship funds for people in crisis situations, and they can also help us run community events so we can be there present in the community and give advice to people face to face. People can also get involved by partaking in events for us, so that could be any running events or challenge events, and people can also get involved through their companies at work, so we encourage corporate organisations to get involved with us and support with their teams. So National Energy Action's a membership organisation, so we have over 600 members. Our members get together at different events and they helped with information sharing and sharing best practices. There's lots of benefits to being a member, so we provide information and opportunities to attend events and work with other people in the industry to help deliver the best for people who are experiencing fuel poverty.
So in recent times, what's the job been? It's been to mop up the flood, the deluge that's overwhelmed so many households. But I tell you, what's really important for NEA is that we turn off the tap, that we address fuel poverty at source. We get enduring, long-standing solutions to fuel poverty rather than just ways of helping people work their way through it.